To be honest, I never dreamed of getting a dog. Maxi was a bribe from my parents.
We know you don't like the idea of moving, Timminy, but Skinego is out in the country. So, guess what?
My mom looked at my dad as if they'd rehearsed this, and he chimed in with her.
You can have a dog!
I folded my arms. No thanks. I'll stay here in Portland, in our apartment. You two can move to Skinego and get a dog to keep you company. I'm not going. Yep. Even as a 4th grader, I was lippy. That happens when you're short. You're always trying to find ways to sound and act bigger. My parents usually called me out for being a wise mouth, but I knew they wouldn't that time, because they wanted me to move more than they wanted me to shut my trap. It worked. They won. The landlord wouldn't take my piggy bank for rent money, so we all moved to the house in the country. I hated moving, although Maxi was the ultimate consolation prize. Besides, the busy streets of Portland would have been dangerous for a dog like Maxi. I'm not sure Maxi ever realized she was deaf. Not once in her whole short life. We didn't notice when we first got her, and by the time we figured it out, it didn't matter. My parents didn't return me to Maine Med, where I was born, when they realized years later that I took after my great-great-uncle Lex and was short. Really, really short. In the 0.001 percentile of height for kids my age. Notice I said kids. I'm not just short for boys my age, but girls too. Poor great-great-uncle Lex owned a meat market and had to stand on a wooden crate to see over the counter to wait on his customers. You'll be glad to know I've already crossed butcher off my future dream jobs list. No, if my parents didn't bring me back to the hospital when they found out what was wrong with me, I wouldn't bring Maxi back to the breeders just because she was deaf. Actually, the first time I met Maxi, I didn't notice anything different about her. And I don't think she noticed anything different about me either. My parents and I stepped inside the circular wire fence for a closer look at the 7 pups for sale in the litter. One puppy began circling me, keeping the others away. I scooped it up, nose to snout, and smooch, slurp. This is the one, I told my parents.
But what about one of the boys?
Dad asked. Dad, I'm your boy. Time to mix things up with a girl.
Are you sure? This is the first puppy ad we've answered,
Mom whispered so the breeder wouldn't hear.
And we have 3 more places to check. Maybe we should see those first.
Maxi wouldn't stop licking me. She's crazy about me, Mom.
But some of the other breeds we're looking at are different. They're not quite as,
Spit it out, Mom. Big. The other breeds aren't as big as Great Pyrenees. You're worried your puppy will grow up to be bigger than your son.
I was going to say white, Timminy. It'll be hard to keep a white dog clean.
I made Mom a bunch of kid promises. I'll give her a bath twice a week. I'll brush her teeth so you can't tell where her white fur ends and her white teeth begin. Then I really piled it on. Please! You moved me to this new town where I'm all alone and have no friends. This pup is all I've got. Dad looked at Mom.
Give it up, Linda. You've already lost this one.
Thanks, Dad, I said, grateful that I didn't have to turn on the tears. I would have if I had to. After they paid and we were loading Maxi, who didn't have the name Maxi yet, but I can't call her it, can I? Into our car, Dad opened the back hatch. I'll hold her in the back seat with me, I said.
No, Timminy. She's going back here in the crate we brought.
That's mean, Dad. Look, she's shivering. She's never been away from her pack before. If I hold her, she'll know she still has a pack. Just a new one.